Let us continue gaseous state. In gaseous state, let us see van der Waals equation. Van der Waals equation is P plus A n square by V square into V minus NB equal to nRT. It is van der Waals equation. It is applicable for real gases. Now, it is called pressure of real gas. P plus A n square by V square. This complete term is called ideal pressure. This V is called volume of gas or volume of vessel. This NB is called excluded volume for n moles of gas. Now this complete term is called free volume or ideal volume. This complete term is called free volume or ideal volume equal to nRT. Sorry. Now this pressure correction is equal to A n square by V square. Here A is called van der Waals constant. Its unit we will see. Van der Waals constant A is equal to pressure correction into V square by n square. Now unit we will see unit of A, unit of van der Waals constant A. Now pressure unit let us take as atmosphere, volume unit let us take as liter, number of moles unit is moles. So unit of A will be this one possibility. Now in the place of atmosphere, other units may come: pressure, Pascal, Newton per meter square, Dian per centimeter square, bars, centimeter of mercury, millimeter of mercury. Like this, any unit in the place of atmosphere may come. In the place of liter, other possible units: centimeter cube, meter cube, decimeter cube, and so on. So next, volume correction we'll see. In this this V is called volume of gas or volume of vessel. This NB is called volume correction. So volume correction is equal to NB. Volume correction is equal to NB. Now in this van der Waals constant B is equal to volume correction by N. Now unit of B we will see. Unit of B equal to volume. Unit of volume is liter we will take. Unit of number of moles is per mole we will take. Okay, so liter per mole. In the place of liter, other units of volume also we can substitute: centimeter cube, meter cube, decimeter cube. Like this, any unit we can take in the place of a liter. Per mole will be same as it is. Okay, this is about van der Waals equation. This van der Waals equation can be applicable for real gases. So van der Waals made a correction in ideal gas equation in order to apply for real gases. Okay, next we will see in the gaseous state. Next topic is Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution curve. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution curve we will see. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution curve. It gives a graph about graph by taking two things in the two axes. One is fraction of molecules. Another one is velocity. So it gives the relation between a fraction of molecules and velocity. Okay. Now we will consider a gas. Gas contains many molecules. What is the velocity of all the molecules? Will it be same or different? Now here we are considering gaseous molecules present. The gaseous molecules move in a random direction, random way. The gaseous molecules undergo collision among themselves. Due to collisions, velocity of gaseous molecules go on change. Okay, you are saying different. Okay, so velocity of gaseous molecules go on change. Okay, like this gas is there, velocity of gaseous molecules go on change. Okay, now velocity of gaseous molecules go on change in the sense velocity C1 is possible, velocity C2 is possible, velocity C3 is possible, velocity C4 is possible, and so on. So now shall we say velocity C1 is possessed by one molecule, one gaseous molecule shall we say in this gas, or a certain number of gaseous molecules shall we say. Velocity, now gaseous molecules undergo collisions. Due to collision, velocity of gaseous molecules change. Therefore, many velocities possible. So that velocity c1 possible, velocity c2 possible, velocity c3 possible, and so on. So now velocity c1 is possessed by how many molecules? Shall we say one molecule, or many molecules shall we say, or zero molecules shall we say? What shall we say? Or anything can be possible. So most probably, which is possible? Most probably. So you are saying that many molecules. So many molecules are having velocity c1. Suppose we will take n1 molecules are having velocity c1. Like that, n2 molecules are having velocity c2. So n3 molecules are having velocity c3. n4 molecules are having velocity c4, and so on. So like this we will take. Now, what is the total number of molecules that we will see? We will see total number of gaseous molecules. Now, total number of gaseous molecules. Total number of gaseous molecules we will take n. Total number of gaseous molecules is n. N1 is the number of gaseous molecules having velocity c1. So, now you say what is the fraction of molecules? What is the fraction of molecules having velocity c1? Having velocity c1. What do you say? What is the fraction of molecules having velocity c1? Now here c1 velocity is possessed by n1 molecules. Total number of gaseous molecules n. Total number of gaseous molecules n. c1 velocity possessed by n1. Now you say what is the fraction of molecules having velocity c1? So fraction of molecules having velocity c1 means how can we say n1? N1 is called what? Number of molecules having velocity c1, that is called n1. What is the fraction? Fraction of molecules having velocity c1 is what? We are not asking number of molecules having velocity c1. Number of molecules having velocity c1 is n1. Okay. Total number of gaseous molecules is n. That is correct. Now you are saying correctly. Fraction of molecules having velocity c1 means that is equal to number of molecules having velocity c1 by total number of gaseous molecules. This is called a fraction of molecules having velocity c1. Okay. So that is so what you have to consider in the sense fraction of molecules having velocity c1 is equal to number of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 divided by total number of gaseous molecules. This is called this ratio is called a fraction of molecules having velocity c1. Now you say what is the fraction of molecules having velocity c2? What is the fraction of molecules having velocity c2? What do you say? Fraction of molecules having velocity c2. Now, fraction of molecules having velocity c1 is equal to what we said? Number of molecules having velocity c1 by total number of gaseous molecules. Now we will see fraction of molecules having velocity c2. That is a number of molecules having velocity c2 by total number of gaseous molecules. In this way, we will see fraction of molecules having velocity c3. That is a number of molecules having velocity c3 by total number of gaseous molecules. In this way, for this one is a number of molecules having velocity c4 by total number of molecules. Okay. Now we got a fraction of molecules having certain velocity. Now fraction of molecules having velocity c1 is n1 by n. So we can calculate fraction of molecules having velocities. So that so each velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules that we know that here. So each velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules that we know from here. Okay. So that here this graph gives fraction of molecules versus velocity. Okay, now we know these values. Using these values, we can draw the graph. Set. Now, experimentally, Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution curve gave the graph for this one. How that graph is there, that we'll see. So, as per Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution curve, the graph is so and so. So and so graph is given when the temperature is T1. That means temperature is fixed. Temperature is fixed. Temperature is fixed. Now the temperature is fixed at temperature T1. So and so graph is therefore fraction of molecules versus velocity. Sir. Now we will see here. Here we will take, this is the velocity. This velocity is possessed by so and so fraction of molecules. So and so fraction of molecules. So this much fraction of molecules having this velocity. Okay. Now we will take this velocity. This velocity is possessed by what fraction of molecules we'll see. So this velocity is possessed by this fraction of molecules. Then we will see this one, we will see this fraction of molecules, we'll see this fraction of molecules having so and so velocity. Next, this velocity we'll see this velocity is having so and so fraction of molecules, like this is the fraction of molecules we have given. Sir, so we have given a fraction of molecules versus a velocity curve. Now as velocity increases, that means from year to year, as velocity increasing, what happens to the fraction of molecules? As velocity increases, what happens to the fraction of molecules? That means extent of fraction of molecules, extent of fraction of gaseous molecules, what happens? What do you say? Now see that we are seeing the graph from where to where? From this point to this point we are seeing the graph. From this point to this point we are seeing the graph. As velocity increases, fraction of molecules, what happens? Increases. Sir, fraction of molecules increases, we are saying. Fraction of molecules possessing that velocity increases. Sir, next we will see, next we will go for from year to year we will see. Now we will take from year to year we will see. We will see like this. Now we will see from year to year. So velocity increasing. What happens to the fraction of molecules? What happens to the fraction of molecules that you see? So as velocity increases, first you said the extent of fraction of molecules increases, you said. Now you say what happens to the fraction of molecules? What happens to the fraction of molecules? What do you say? Fraction of molecules decreases, you are saying. Fraction of molecules decreases. So as velocity increases, fraction of molecules goes on increasing, then goes on decreasing. Now you say, now this velocity, at this velocity, what about fraction of molecules? What about fraction of molecules? Shall we say maximum value? Shall we say minimum value? Or shall we say moderate value? What shall we say? When the velocity is so and so, what is the fraction of molecules? What is the fraction of molecules having this velocity? You see, this velocity, at this velocity, fraction of molecules, shall we say maximum? Okay, so you are saying that maximum value. So fraction of molecules is a maximum. So we can say, as velocity increases, extent of fraction of molecules increases, attains maximum, and then decreases. Okay, so like this fraction of molecules is there. So this graph is there in this way. Okay, so the graph tells that as velocity increases, fraction of gaseous molecules increasing, attains maximum, and then decreases. Okay, now you say this velocity is called what? What is this velocity? It is maximum fraction of molecules. It is the maximum fraction of molecules. maximum fraction of molecules possessing this velocity. This velocity is called, you are correct, most probable velocity. Most probable velocity. Okay, so most probable velocity is called the velocity which is having maximum fraction of molecules, that is called a most probable velocity. So this velocity is having maximum fraction of molecules, so this velocity is called a most probable velocity. Most probable velocity. Okay, so now next we will see this place. We will take now higher velocity side and lower velocity side we will take. Now this part is higher velocity side. Higher velocity side. Now when the at higher velocity side, what is the fraction of molecules that we will see? What is the fraction of molecules you see? So higher velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules? That is what fraction of molecules? What fraction of molecules possessing higher velocity? That we have to see. What fraction of molecules possessing higher velocity? Now this is the higher velocity side. The higher velocity is possessed by so and so fraction of molecules. So and so fraction of molecules. Okay. Now compare the fraction of molecules having higher velocity with this velocity side and this velocity side. We need not consider this place now. This place we need not consider now. Now this higher velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules? Compare the fraction of molecules with this velocity and this velocity. How it is there, you see. So this in this higher velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules you see in the graph, then that value compare with this velocity side and this velocity side. Now compare the what is the fraction of molecules having this higher velocity when compared to this velocity side. This velocity side, what shall we say? Whether shall we say lower value, or shall we say higher value, or shall we say maximum? Okay, you are saying that lower value. So this higher velocity possessed by a lower fraction of molecules. Lower fraction of molecules you are saying. So higher velocity possessed by a lower fraction of molecules. Okay, next we will see lower velocity side. We will see lower velocity side. Okay, now lower velocity is so and so. Lower velocity is so and so. In this lower velocity side, what is the fraction of molecules means this much. Fraction of molecules is this much. Okay. Now lower velocity is possessed by what fraction of molecules you see, compare with others. Now we are seeing lower velocity. Lower velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules? What fraction of gaseous molecules? Okay, lower velocity side we will see. So this is lower velocity. This lower velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules you see, compare this fraction with other velocities. Other velocities like this. These velocities you compare. You are comparing with these velocities. Now at lower velocity, the fraction of molecules is this. Compare this fraction with so and so fraction and so and so fraction. So how it is there, you say. So lower velocity possessed by lower fraction of molecules or higher fraction of molecules, shall we say. Lower velocity possessed by what fraction of molecules? That means low fraction of molecules. Okay, you are saying that low fraction of molecules. Okay, low fraction of molecules. Okay, so we got a Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution curve. We got. Next we will see. Now we will change the temperature. Now we will change the temperature. Let us take T2, and previously we discussed T1. T2 is greater than T1. Like this we will take. Now we will take T2 is greater than T1. Now how the graph will be there? That point we'll see. It is the graph drawn by considering constant temperature. The temperature is T1. Now we will take temperature T2. We will take temperature T2 and we will keep the temperature as constant. Now when the temperature is T2, that means higher than this T1, how the graph will be there? The graph will be over this one, otherwise moving towards higher velocity side or shifting towards lower velocity side. Otherwise this most probable maximum fraction of molecules having most probable velocity, that is increasing. In what way it is possible? What way it is possible? Okay, you are saying that T2 graph will be above T1. Sorry, you are saying that one student says moving towards higher velocity side. Okay, now we will see whether which is correct. We will see now which point is correct. That point we will see. When the temperature is high, when the temperature increases, when the temperature increases, kinetic energy of gas molecules increases. Extent of collisions, number of collisions between gaseous molecules increases. Change in velocity, change in velocity takes place frequently, and velocity of gaseous molecules increases. Velocity of gaseous molecules increases. When temperature increases, kinetic energy increases, number of collisions increases, velocity of gaseous molecules increases. Okay, so like this happening. Then most probable velocity is equal to square root of 2 RT by m. Most probable velocity is equal to square root of 2 RT by m. So if gas is fixed, molecular mass is fixed. R is constant, 2 is constant, then we can say Cp, most probable velocity, is directly proportional to square root of temperature. So as temperature increases, most probable velocity also increases. Most probable velocity increases. Now see that most probable velocity Cp equal to square root of 2 RT by m. When the gas is fixed in the sense molecular mass is fixed. Molecular mass is fixed in the sense we can say Cp is directly proportional to square root of temperature. So when temperature increases, most probable velocity increases. Most probable velocity increases. So most probable velocity increases means the most probable velocity, this one moves to right side, moves to right side, moves to right side. Then maximum fraction of molecules moving right side. Then how it will come above? One student says T2 graph comes above T1. Will it be possible? You think it? Now see that when temperature increases, when temperature increases, when temperature increases, what happens? Most probable velocity increases. When temperature is increasing, most probable velocity increasing. Okay, now most probable velocity increases means at T1 most probable velocity is this, at T2 most probable velocity goes to right side, in the sense maximum fraction of molecules having most probable velocity goes right side. Then how it will come above this? How the maximum fraction of molecules having most probable velocity come above this? So can you say that T2 graph will be above T1? You think it? Shall we say T2 graph is above T1? Sorry, that is possible or not? Say now we can say that T2 graph cannot be above T1. Sorry, okay. Then we said when temperature increases, velocity increases. Velocity increases in the sense velocity increasing in the sense what is the meaning of that? We will see. Now we will take this velocity. Now in T1 so and so fraction of molecules having velocity T1. At T1 so and so fraction of molecules having velocity C1. At T2 this fraction of molecules will have same this velocity or it will move right side. You think it? Okay, when the temperature is T1, so and so fraction of molecules having velocity this much, when you increase the temperature, the same fraction of molecules will have same or more or less, this fraction of molecules will have this velocity, or it will move to right side or it will move to left side. That you think it? Now at T1, what is the graph that we will see? At T1, what is the graph? Here, fraction of gaseous molecules. Here, velocity. Here, velocity. Now the graph is so and so at T1. At T1, the graph is so and so. Now we will see this is the fraction of molecules having velocity this much. Having velocity this much at T1. Sorry. So at T1, this fraction of molecules having velocity this much. Now T2 is greater than T1 we are taking. T2 is greater than T1. When the temperature is T2, almost this fraction of molecules will have this velocity, or it will move to right side, or it will move to left side. That you think. So one student says that moves right side. Sorry. So you are saying that more or less this fraction of molecules, this fraction of molecules will move towards this side of velocity. Sir, now we will take, this is the maximum fraction of molecules having velocity called most probable velocity. This is called most probable velocity. When the temperature is T2, most probable velocity will be high. So most probable velocity shifting to this side, shifting to right side. Therefore, corresponding maximum fraction of molecules will shift to right side of this shall we say, or at the same place shall we say, or left side shall we say. You think it shall we say right side? Sir. Now this is the higher velocity side. At a higher velocity side, this much fraction of molecules is there. It is a fraction of molecules having higher velocity. When the temperature increases, this fraction of molecules will move to which side you think it? Okay, it will move to right side. Sir, you are saying that so when temperature increases, so each fraction of molecules, that means velocity side goes to right side. Velocity side goes to right side, you are saying. Sir, now we will see that number of molecules. Okay. Now when the temperature increases, some molecules will have C1 velocity, some molecules will have C2 velocity, some molecules will have C3 velocity, some molecules will have C4 velocity, and go on, and so on. So it goes on C4, C5, C6 like this. What about number of molecules? Okay. Now N1 molecules is having velocity C1 when the temperature is T1. What about number of molecules having velocity C1 at temperature T2? Now see, when the temperature is T1, N1 molecules are having velocity C1, we said. Now we are increasing the temperature. When the temperature is T2, we are changing only temperature but not other factors. When the temperature is increased to T2, what is the number of gaseous molecules having velocity C1? Okay, you are saying that it will be some other molecule, it will be lesser than that of this N1. Lesser than that of N1, you are saying. Lesser than that of N1. So you are saying that when the temperature is T2, number of molecules will be X, that will be less when compared to this one. So here less number of molecules, here higher number of molecules. So now we will compare the fraction of molecules. Now fraction of molecules having velocity C1 is equal to N1 by N when temperature is T1. When temperature is T1. Now see that fraction of molecules having velocity C1 is equal to N1 by N when the temperature is T1. Now, what is the fraction of molecules having velocity C1 when the temperature is T2? When the temperature is T2, shall we say X by total number of molecules N, shall we say? Shall we say X by N? Or some other value shall we say? What value shall we say? Here, what is the fraction of molecules? Now we will see fraction of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 is equal to what at temperature T2? Number of molecules having velocity c1 by total number of gaseous molecules. Total number of gaseous molecules will not change. When you change the temperature, total number of gaseous molecules will not change. That will remain same. If you add gas or remove gas, then only total number of gaseous molecule changes. We are changing only temperature. Sorry. So the fraction of molecules having velocity c1 is equal to n1 by n when the temperature is T1. When the temperature is T2, fraction is equal to x by n. N is called total number of gaseous molecules that remain same in both cases. Then x is lower number of molecules, n1 is higher number of molecules we said. X is lower number of molecules, n1 is higher number of molecules we said. Now you say fraction of molecules at velocity c1. When the velocity is c1, the fraction of molecules when the velocity is c1, fraction of molecules is n1 by n at temperature T1, x by n at temperature T2. Now you compare the fraction of molecules T1 and T2, which is having lower fraction. At T1, fraction of molecules is c of velocity c1. At T2, see the fraction of molecules having velocity c1. Okay, now how the fraction of molecules will be there, which is having lower fraction. Sorry, so lower fraction will be T2. You are saying lower fraction will be T2, higher fraction will be T1. Sorry, now you are asking that how x will be less than, how x will be, now x is less than n1 only we said. No, you are having confusion. Sorry, you are having confusion, that we will see. So now we will take gaseous molecules. We will take here different gaseous molecules are there, many gaseous molecules are there. We will take now velocity. We will take velocity is equal to c1 velocity. We will take c1 velocity is possessed by n1 number of gaseous molecules, n1 number of gaseous molecules. Total number of gaseous molecules we will take as n. Now fraction of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 is n1 by n at T1 temperature. At T1 temperature. Now we will consider velocity c1 is possessed by what number of molecules when the temperature is T2. When the temperature is T2, that we will see. You are having confusion. One student asks that x is greater than n1. Why can't it? That you are asking. The velocity c1 is possessed by n1 number of molecules. So fraction of molecules having velocity c1 is equal to n1 by n. That is when the temperature is T1. Sorry. Now when the temperature is T2, how it will be there? That we have to see. When the temperature is T2, how it will be there? That point we will see. Okay. Now velocity is equal to c1 we will take. Velocity equal to c1. So number of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 is equal to n1 we said. So fraction of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 is equal to n1 by n we said. Sorry, when the temperature is T1. Now we will take temperature T2 is greater than T1 we will take. Now number of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 at temperature T2 is how much? Will you say different from n1 or same as n1? Sir, you are saying that different from n. Now you compare x and n1. Now number of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 at temperature T2 is x. Number of gaseous molecules having velocity c1 at temperature T1 is n1. Now you compare x and n. Now you think that you are increasing the temperature. So kinetic energy of gaseous molecules increases. Therefore, velocity increases. Velocity increases. Okay. Now you say that when the velocity is t1, c1 velocity is possessed by n1 molecules. When the velocity, when the temperature is t2, c1 velocity possessed by this many molecules. Now you compare x and n1. Which will be less do you feel? Which will be less do you feel? X will be less or n1 will be less? Which will be less do you feel? Or will you feel same? X and n1, do you feel same? Okay, you are feeling that n1 is less. You are you are saying that x and n1 are different. Now which will be less number of molecules? N1 is less number of molecules or X will be less number of molecules? What do you say? Which will be less number of molecules? Okay, you are saying that N1 is less number of molecules. You are saying, sir, we will check that. You are saying N1 is the less number of molecules. You are saying, okay, we will check it. Now we will take the velocity. Suppose some molecules are having 2 meter per second. Some molecules are having 3 meter per second. Suppose 5 molecules are having 2 meter per second will take. Suppose some 7 molecules are having 3 meter per second will take. Now 4 meter per second possessed by some 10 molecules will say. Like this it is going on changing. When the temperature is T1. When the temperature is T1, like this is there. Now you are increasing the temperature. You are increasing the temperature means you are supplying heat energy to these molecules. So to these molecules, if we supply heat energy, what happens to kinetic energy of these molecules? Getting increased. So what happens to the velocity of these molecules? Getting increased, no? Then velocity, this much velocity possessed by 5 molecules or less than 5 molecules or greater than 5 molecules, you think it? Okay. When the temperature is T1, this velocity possessed by 5 molecules. You are increasing the temperature means you are supplying heat energy. So kinetic energy of these molecules getting increased. Therefore, velocity of these molecules getting increased. So velocity 2 meter per second possessed by 5 molecules at T2 or less than 5 molecules at T2. What do you think? So number of gaseous molecules having velocity C1 at T2 temperature is X. Number of gaseous molecules having velocity C1 is equal to N1, we said. Now you compare X and N1. Which is high, do you say? X is high or N1 is high? What do you say? Which value will be high? X value will be high or N1 value will be high when the velocity side, is which side, in the sense velocity side is this one. When the velocity side is this much, velocity side is here. When the velocity side is here, what will happen? Now, what about N1 and N1 and X? What about N1 and X? What do you feel? Which is higher value? N1 is higher value or X is higher value? X is higher value. What do you say? Now, 2 meter per second possessed by how many molecules, that you compare? When the velocity is here, you have to consider in what way, in the sense this velocity side you consider, this velocity side. So at this velocity side, when you increase the temperature, what happens to the fraction of gaseous molecules? That point we have to go, we have to see. So what do you say about this, sir? Now we will take this velocity side, we will take. Okay, this velocity side will take. This velocity, when the temperature is T1. Now suppose 5 molecules are having this velocity.